What's going on, friends? My name is M238, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Super Mario Bros. 2 for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I did do a Let's Play of this game on the Game Boy Advance 4 years ago. When Mario opened a door after climbing a long stair in his dream, another world spread before him. I cannot read the rest of the text. After awakening, Mario went to a cave nearby, and to his surprise, he saw exactly what he saw in his dream. That is the story of Super Mario Bros. 2. That was never explained in the Game Boy Advance version. So, alright, so without further ado, we have 4 different characters that we can choose from. We have Mario, Luigi, Toad, and Peach. I'll be showing off all 4 of these characters. So without further ado, let's go ahead and play the first level as Mario. Alright, so Super Mario Bros. 2, the second game. This is known as Super Mario Bros. for the USA in Japan. This game, what Nintendo of America did is they took a Famicom game, Doki Doki Panic, and replaced all the characters in that game with Mario characters for this game, and so this is basically this country's version of Super Mario Bros. 2 instead of the Lost Levels, which in my opinion is a more better version of Super Mario Bros. 2. Wait, more better is not a word. It's better. Yeah, okay. Anyway, in my opinion, I do like this version of Mario Bros. 2 more. And that's because, and it's mainly because this version is easier to play. But I mean, it's still a pretty hard game. Don't get me wrong about that. So, yeah. It should be fun times. So anyway, so Super Mario Bros. 2 is actually very unique in the classic Mario series. As you can see, you could tell that's very different. Of course you don't have a score, you don't have coins, you don't have a timer at all, so you have unlimited time to do whatever you want. And there's a bunch of other things that's like super different. Of course, you can play as all 4. You can play as all 4 of the characters. There's a lot of unique enemies in this game that you don't see in pretty much most other Mario games. And so this, for that matter, of course, it is the most unique classic Mario game. So at the end of each level, you get to play the slot machines, and if you picked up coins during those little bonus worlds where the potions take you, then you get to use those coins to have your chance at the slot machines. And of course, as you can see, I'm not trying because I'm really not good at slots, and to this day I pretty much refuse to try. So that's my excuse for being really bad at slots. Alright, so I'm gonna play this next level as Luigi, and so I'm gonna go over all 4 of the characters' gameplays on how all their gameplays work in this game. Most people don't actually know. Most people who play Super Mario 3D World don't actually know that the gameplay styles of every character work exactly how they work in this game, Super Mario Bros. 2. And so it really disappoints me when people don't realize that. But anyway, so I played as Mario in the first level, and Mario is supposedly the easiest to control. He has the most, because his gameplay style is pretty much basic. He can move around, he can jump, he can do a bunch of other things like very easily. He's the all-around type of guy. Luigi, on the other hand, oh, that was bad. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Apparently, I made the bomb. I despawned the bomb's explosion, so it didn't count. That was a shame. All right, there we go. Luigi here, on the other hand, he jumps the highest, and he jumps the highest, as you can see. And then he also has his jumps are also really floaty. He also slips more, I believe. But it's not. But I think he slips more. I don't know. I've played Luigi enough in this game to a point where I don't really notice it. So it's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, yeah. So that is Luigi. That was a pretty straight. Oh my God! If I would have gotten 3 7s there, I would have gotten 10 lives, and that would have been really great. But that's really hard to get 3 7s. So that's Luigi for 1-2, and now for 1-3, I'm gonna play as Toad. And now Toad is known to be the best character, and the reason is because he runs the fastest. And you can, and as you can probably see, he grabs things really fast. He has the strongest power in the game, which is really good. But unfortunately, the downside for him is that he has the worst jumps in the game. So yeah, if you place a potion on near this spot right here, you can actually it'll actually be a warp zone to World 4. If you want to beat this game fast. But of course, since it's a warpless run, well, not a run, it's not speed running, but if this is a warpless, since this is a warpless playthrough, I'm not going to be taking any of the warps. I will point them out occasionally, though. But yeah. So yeah, Toad is a character that I use quite a lot. I mostly use Toad and Peach in this game. Mainly because both their abilities are really useful. There are some instances where I do play as Luigi, and then there are also some instances where I play as Mario, but those are pretty rare occasions. It is possible to beat this entire game using just one of the characters. You can play the game as you can play all 20 levels of Mario, you can play all 20 levels of Luigi, and you can play all 20 levels as Toad, and you can play all 20 levels with Peach. So that's pretty cool. In Super Mario Advance, which is the Game Boy version of Super Mario Bros. 2, a new addition that they added in that version are Ace Coins. And in every level there were 5 Ace Coins, and you needed to pick those up for 100%. In this version and the NES version, there are no Ace Coins, so I'm able to go. So with that, this is going to be a shorter playthrough than my original Let's Play that was on the Game Boy Advance, because in that playthrough, I had to go out of my way to get Ace Coins. So yeah, so I could just beat every level just like that, because that's really how you play the game. That's really how you would beat the game Warpless. But for the sake of the playthrough, I'm gonna show you the locations of mushrooms in case for those who are not good at the game and want a lot of health to survive. So anyway, so we're done with World 1, which was really simple. World 1 was pretty straightforward. And now we're off to World 2, and every world in this game has 3 levels, including except for World 7. World 7 has 2 levels. So that makes a total of 20 levels to go through in the game, which is actually, when you really think about it, it's not much. But the levels certainly get harder from here on out. I believe the difficulty ramps up at World 3, in my opinion. So that's that. So I'm actually playing as Peach in this level, and so for Peach's gameplay, Peach is the slowest character. Her jumps are higher than Toad. She is the weakest character. and but she's really useful for platforming because she can float. So Peach is essentially my favorite character to use in this game because of how useful her ability is. It does make platforming really useful, especially because some levels you're gonna encounter some very tight platforming on some levels in the game. But they're very doable with other characters other than Peach. Okay, so the damage I took earlier wasn't a problem because there was a mushroom right around the spots. So you don't have to be exact on where you place the potions in order to get mushrooms. You just gotta be around the area where the mushroom's gonna spawn. And I'm gonna try to see if I can remember where the mushrooms are located. So far I do remember where some of these locations are, and that's because I remember the early game very well. But later on, we'll see what happens. In Super Mario Advance, you can actually get a total of 5 hearts per level. But unfortunately in this version you can only get up to 4 hearts. So, which is why I'm only gonna be showing off 2 mushroom locations instead of 3, because you can only get 4 HP. And HP is having more HP is really useful as you get for the harder levels. Because if you encounter a hard level, you won't. It's gonna be a little hard to survive. And in this game, since this is a really hard game, it is very essential. It is very essential to have quite a bit of HP. Okay, so this level introduces Red Birdo. And Red Birdo's really not that bad. The difference between this Birdo and the pink Birdo is that this Birdo also shoots fire. So you gotta be careful when it does shoot fire. She does spit eggs faster than the pink Birdos. Other than that, though, it's like a 50-50 on which eggs she shoots out. So in order for me to what I do to avoid those chances is to just use any other projectile that's given to me in the battlefield and use those instead of eggs in the case that she gives me really bad luck. So that's usually how I do it. So we're so far so good. Oh, okay. You place it. So grab this potion right here, place it back around this area, and here's our next. And here's our first mushroom of the level. Okay, very nice. Okay, so now we're on 2-3, and you can actually use these Bezos to get up here without having to do a super jump, but I'm not gonna waste my time with that at all. Luigi or Mario can get up here very easily. For Toad and Peach, you have to use the Bezos, followed by a super jump, which of course is really hard. Which of course, as you would imagine, really hard to do with both Peach and Toad. Okay. So what else is there to talk about with this game specifically? Oh, okay. So if you guys remember, this is of course, as you might, if you've seen my old Let's Play of this game 4 years ago, this is going to be a much shorter Let's Play than my original Let's Play, because in that playthrough I did one world per video, which meant I was doing 3 levels per video. And as you can already tell, this is still the first video, and I'm about to finish World 2. So that means we're making pretty good progress so far. Be careful when you have keys. When you're grabbing keys, these these are Phantos, which are these creepy mask enemies. They will get you. They're just like that. That's a shame. But thankfully we're at the door. The door is right there. All right. And so we just go on straight forward. Aha! Okay. And then we head on through. So this is going to be a more chill playthrough than the Lost Levels. The Lost Levels was of course the more frustrating game in the All-Star series. I mean I don't hate Lost Levels. It's just that because of my lack of skill with that game, it gets pretty irritating. But there we go. Another difference between this game, between this version and Mario Advance, is that in this version and in the NES version, no matter how you beat the level, you will always start off each level as being big. In Mario Advance, that's different, because if you beat a level small, then you'll start the next level being small, which kind of sucks. But oh well. Okay, moving on to World 3. Here we go. Alright, so like I said before, World 3 is when the game starts to become a little bit difficult. Well, it gets progressively difficult as we continue going through the game. Alright, I'm gonna be a little careful here. There we go. Alright. If you head down over here, it's a little detour. I think it is this one. Alright, good. And, okay. Maybe I placed it in the wrong spot, but there's a mushroom in here. Maybe I was thinking of Mario Advance. I was rewatching my Mario Advance Let's Play, and oh man, good times. Back when I had really crappy recording equipment, and my commentary style wasn't the best. I mean, well, okay, I don't say that my commentary style is the best as of now, but of course I've definitely improved over the years. But yeah, rewatching that Let's Play, honestly, rewatching my old videos just make me cringe, because it just makes me imagine, like, did I really sound like that back then? Oh man, back when, oh man, back when I was back when I was a baby at YouTube. Oh man, those days were good while it lasted, I think. I miss those times. Okay, this mushroom I believe is really hard to get. Okay, yeah, it's really hard. You have to be pretty quick about it. I hope I got it. There we go. Alright, nice. Notice how I got only vegetables, even though I was in that world. And that's because you can only get 10 coins per level. So that's something to keep in mind of. Wow, that was a really fast red Birdo kill. Alright, nice. There we go. Or maybe it's not 10 for this version. Maybe I'm just thinking too much of Mario Advance, because that was the last version of Super Mario Bros. 2 that I did play. That was quite a long time ago, though, I will have to say. Oh, the good times. If you get a cherry as your first slot, you will always get a 1-up. And then most of these other prizes, stars, vegetables, or snippets, those are either 2 or 3 lives. And then, sevens are 10 lives. I don't remember which version it is, but in one of those versions, a 7 was 5 lives, which I believe was kind of lame. One of these is a potion. There we go. And then of course we get the mushroom. All right. So that's the first mushroom out of the 2 that we'll be getting in this level. I won't be getting 4 HP for every level, of course. I did not have 4-8 health coming into 1-3. I only showed one of them, and that's because the second mushroom that you can get in 1-3 is extremely difficult to get and not worth getting. So yeah. What's do? Okay. Okay, I have to make sure I choose right. One of these is okay. And then if I'm not mistaken, one of these should be a potion. No, okay. I guess I was mistaken. All right, that's fine because I know where another potion is in this level. Also, the pipes. I don't know if you can call them pipes, but the things they can go down. They're usually bonus areas in Mario Advance, and now they're not bonus areas. They're just little pieces of places that you could visit, and you can either get lives or whatever. Good description, but yeah, that's not gonna fit through. That's gonna fit through. All right, cool. Okay, here's the next potion that we can find. All right. That's a vegetable. That's also a vegetable. This is a bomb. All right. I'm gonna set this up right here, and then did I get okay? That makes no sense, but we got that. All right. So you can actually, so of course you can tell that most of these enemies oh gosh, that you can tell that most of these enemies are very underrated because you don't often see. Oh god. Okay, I am doing pretty bad. All right. You saw earlier that that an egg went right through me when I was picking something up, and that's because you cannot get hit during your grab animation, which I believe is really cool. So you make sure you make good use of that. All right, so we're about to finish World 3 in this episode, which is awesome. Okay, here we go. So you place a potion right around over here, and your mushroom will be waiting for you, just like this. All right. And guess what? This is really cool. I have 2 PAL blocks. Oh baby. Yeah, that's fun to mess around with. Okay. I believe though that there's a mushroom or is a potion in. Okay, there it is. And then if you place it right around here, that should be your next mushroom. Okay, there we go. This might as well just be called 100% potions or something silly like that. Cause that's I've so far shown off. No, well I missed one mushroom that I could have gotten, but it's ridiculous to get. So I guess it's not a good idea. I don't know. I just realized that this is the wrong way. Okay, LOL. You actually have to go through. In Mario Advance, you would have to go inside this door in order to get one of the ace coins. But this is not Super Mario Bros. 2, or this is not Super Mario Advance. This room is really fun because all you have to do is just hold right, and that's it. That's all the effort that you have to do. It's a really difficult room to go through. Except I just got hit there. I actually don't know how. Because usually if you do this just right, you would never get hit. So that's kind of a shame how that happened. Wow, I actually might die. So let's go ahead and be safe about this. Oh, okay, this might be bad. Is Fanto gonna come in? I have a feeling Fanto's gonna like surprise me. Yup, there he is. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, it's a heart. I need it. Thank you. Okay, there. All right, we're not gonna die. Hopefully. All right, go to this door. And oh, okay. I'm dropping it. All right. But yeah, as long as you drop the key, Fanto will not go after you. And then of course he stops chasing you as soon as you use the key. Those enemies can be those enemies are really creepy though. I believe those are a childhood's nightmare. It wasn't really mine though, because I didn't grow up with Super Mario Bros. 2 as a kid, so I didn't think much when I played it. Okay, so continuing onwards. This is actually a really long level. Every third level is you go through this like little dungeon-like place, which have really cool design, but they are really hard. Like this one in particular is a really hard level. Oh, this is bad. Yup. Okay. If I can get 5 cherries here, then I should be good. Oh, okay, that's fine. So in this version, unlike in NES, if you die, you can actually change characters. In the NES version, if you die, then you have to stick with the character that you chose. So that's I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I mean, I guess I don't care much per se. Probably. I don't know. But dying does take longer in this version for sure because of that. If you were to play the game fast. But anyway, yeah, this is a really anyway, yeah, this level in particular is a pretty hard level. You can get hit by the shell, so you want to be careful about that. Okay. So if you remember in Mario Advance, we fought a GBA exclusive boss called Roberto. This Roberto does not exist, so we fight Mauser instead. In Mario Advance, you fight Mauser again. You fight Mauser in World 6. That's, I don't know. This game's pretty weird. Well, when they remade it, it was pretty weird. Mauser takes long. The only difference between with Mauser in this game, or with the refight, is that Mauser takes longer. He takes more hits to kill, but thankfully we dealt with him. We have a lot of lives. You know what this means? This means I am game over free, which, well, I mean, I shouldn't game over in any other game aside from Lost Levels. But yeah. Okay, with that, I think that's gonna be it for this episode of Super Mario Bros. 2. Next time we're gonna be doing World 4. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.